Wassa East in Western Region is a rural area of about 105,000 people. The district faced a water crisis. 6 in every 10 water facilities were not functioning properly, and payment system had largely broken down. The district assembly launched a Sustainable Wash for All program and looked for partners to help them.
WASH is very important to the development of the district because water is everything when it comes to the health of our people. In 2016, we had roughly 56% coverage, and that was scary, given the financial status of the assembly and the fact that we want to attain 100% coverage.
Community Water and Sanitation Agency supported the district assemblies in the region to undertake a monitoring exercise. We had about 202 water facilities. Out of that, 50% of the facilities were not functioning.
As a strategy, we adopted entrepreneurial governance approach. What it meant was that we bring in private sector, we bring in the third sector, NGO, any support that we can get to complement what government can do. And that is how come we got the access commitment.
We wrote proposals to outsiders, including the Common Fund Secretariat. We were able to get 25 boreholes to be implemented in the district. And then in 2015, we were able to sign the MOU with Asset Development. And it has been good so far.
Yeah, Asset Development, as I'm sure you might have known, is a social enterprise. And we are in this district to cover at least 90% of the district with safe water.
Access Development provides NUMA purified water in communities which sign up to pay as you fetch system. NUMA Water has become a well-known brand. People are willing to pay for water that is convenient and safe.
Behind me is a NESA station and it's solar powered. As you can see, the solar panels are up there and it uses a solar pump to pump the water into the filtration system behind me. So let's go in and check it out. This is a sediment filter. It has a 25 micron filter bag in here, and it also has 5 micron filter bag in here. So from the filtration system, it comes through the UV, it's sterilized in here, it moves through again and comes here where the chlorine is dosed by the chlorine. So there's a chlorinator, and from the chlorinator, it goes through the prepaid system and into the polytank. So depending on the amount that the vendor has purchased on the prepaid meter, that amount of water is discharged and it goes directly into the polytank behind me where it houses the purified clean water, a NUMA purified clean water. And when you open it here, the water begins to flow outside.
Abuame nti megu medunia mekenku nti insure de menkwa de na mama mokwan na ayeti amama nti mebra no so ate nti insure de mento yi wa ha mento ska nkwato pure water 20 pesos so abra baka 20 pesos me na mabuhwen na yebe bia no bebi baka nti insure de oboame insure aboaman no say obi mkra twetwe bi ko afie ma wo wiska no nti yeso yegu ahobore yebotumi ya twebe akọ afie so wo twebe ko afie wonye problem.
Well-trained vendors play a critical role in collecting enough revenue to meet running costs to enable NUMA Water to reach all parts of the community.
This is Wassa East, and behind me is a NUMA NESA station. They have safely managed water, purified clean water in the community, in their homes, at the fetch points or walking stations around the community.
On the more important, we show important the Nisubai to the Nisubai and other ornaments or Subai Papa and some of the Nats Nation and mobile to wash in Sunny, Mamma, Motumel, the Wayne Faso, and now Wayne Faso and Finsuni. In part of the audio fit and a pocket main green. Otumeton Subai 10 and another 15 cities. Since Utobri started there, I want to in Tons Papa, in Sunny Pamba. Say a real boy, no what to shoot. Obi Banos won't get a scar, one fair man. Sani scan a sumpa, one fairman, or was a scan and brand, sign away bunching, one fancy in film.
Mommy, ever in Sion Mano, bear busin and saying.
You should master 3 months.
3 months, now, who is saying?
Oh, you should the honor saying the same bank, a milk or as your horse winning.
Oh, cross your whole dear. So, Cassa now, I say.
Scam fast about 1.2 dear, a best son. And sure, you should fancy 2 weeks, a bit 3 weeks now, as I say, where was you say, Mondays, 2 Monday, and not just say, not 3 weeks. The Toby shall we ban about named Toby.
And Ukraine, if you say, Sue Bayano, a boa community. Yanya a hoto. Sanse bebre ajibi akonfie. Ama ekwatentia na mmofra no efa so ekonsuo no reduce. Sania nsuo no ye krodwe na ebuaye no. Since nsuo ba yare a na kekan yankwala no. Ani hobio. Enti kaye besre say aya na mma bebre na sa wofu bebre sika 70 no yentumi ntwetwe bi nko ye fie ye se aya access phone betumi aboa yen ana aya ban ba boa yen a ana be yen ji osibi mo mba boa yen a nka individuals no yenye bi mfa nko ye fidue mu na ntumi emwa.
Access Development is not the only partner working with Wassa East District Assembly. Community Water and Sanitation Agency is also taking responsibility for some larger communities which had not been able themselves to manage higher levels of service for their populations.
Before CWSA came in, the community was managing the water system. So we came in and we took over, but we discovered so many challenges as in the management of the system and its maintenance. That was the main reason why we took over. So now we are managing it and we are selling this bucket for 10 pesos. The revenue that we are generating, I must say, it's not all that enough to cater for the maintenance and as in the staff who are working on this system. But you know, it's a gradual process and we will surely get there. This is an alkali treatment plant. So coming here, it will pass through here into the first vessel, asking for filtration to take place. Then from there, it passes here into the second vessel, which contains alkali solution. Before it passes here into the, people are now getting into the system and connecting them to their households.
We had conditions like abdominal discomfort, diarrhea, and then skin diseases out of the water that they were drinking. But now it is okay. It has gone down for us since everybody in the community is using the pipe-borne water.
Some communities are not yet able to join these partnerships because they are too small or too poor to sustain a pay-as-you-fetch system. In these communities, the assembly still provides the water service itself.
Most of the areas left are the small communities that cannot afford to pay for water. So those becomes the assembly's responsibility.
So this is the new facility we provided for the community of Donkokrum. Because of the water situation we had, the old facility that got broken down and the community that was resorting to stream.
I know first na pipe no buy no yes sir ye die bibia ye num na so de ro nuama efia de bia no no ana ya yes sir ye de ntechiri ansa na adom efimu nchen wo daboase ho amuso wetu nsuama ya ha ami adom enamuso e saka sa pipe first one e ha na wo mu ana so ba se metu second one na maye
Niekpona fupa miezona ina rafimera akuti la fimera afia ga ka fia la le kpire ni mitana de se de kemia wola miete woni bon we de na finemi na chojo ha ya ku miete wona
tema ye mu hihye nsu ni nyina no na ejina ho tinia mechanic na oye ni nyina na ye de yeso ye hwe nti yewie na omu chen se sisia no omu beja ye tools e ma fort bi ba ho a yen kasa yet me ayden aye nti omo aye so hye o so so tutui me asa so hye nti hye wie no no say yes yeso edina edimu ma fort bi ba etumi agina so aye.
Collecting money to provide this level of maintenance is still a challenge for some communities.
This is one of the 25 normal boreholes we provided in 2016 to some selected communities. The facility is handed to the community. They are supposed to maintain the facility so that the lifespan of the facility is prolonged.
As what about near status and near town? Near no crying say, meant to be a yakwe film near day. If you be 2 cities, a copy also moons in the Untuntia. Jokaya and semi pea, Intina and Chino beer in Tia in Bium. Sasson or your hammer, in here, the images can. Okano, your hams are Sadia and Ija say, young could be anything can do. Until all Hannah Yaya says, or say, I did this ever part to be able to me and cry a bit yada a repayson. And this Antina, a month from the Asia in Pinfinia, but they will say, ye be my paying back on Hamada now, but on so Pino won't be as so.
This community may solve its problem, but maintenance has been a long-term issue throughout the district.
We provide a facility for the communities, and then we train the water and sanitation management teams to manage the facilities. But most of the time, you'll be in the office, they'll call you, my borehole is not working, my hand dug well is not working, assembly, come and help us. So basically, we were to ensure that all communities in the district have access to safe water.
Sustainability is one of the goals we set ourselves from day zero. That is why they pay for the water. And then we have a formula in place where we keep some of the money for maintenance. More or less, the community owns the property. With the assembly's supervision and the learning we are enjoying now, I'm sure by the time they leave, we will have a system in place to make it sustainable.
And that is what we are trying to do in this district, to make whatever we are doing sustainable and to make access development an independent company or working with very little support from donors. And we have made provision to make sure that those items, those infrastructure that were put in place get the needed maintenance. We hope that we should be here forever and ever, as long as people will need water.
We are developing a new plan for 2020 to 2023. And so their activity will still fit into the new plan. And so if somebody is coming in to complement what we are doing, then we are okay with it.
In 2015, little over half the population of Wassa East had access to safe water. By the end of 2023, the District Assembly expects to have achieved 100% coverage.